friends, welcome to today's video. I have a fun one. We are going to just be playing around with some scrap supplies and make a envelope, and then we're going to collage it and see what happens. It's going to be just a fun kind of sit down, fun little event. I already made one and it didn't go so good, so I perfected my method so I can best teach you guys and kind of see what happens. But yeah, today I'm using this really fun vintage piece of paper from an old book that was just completely falling apart. And you can do this with regular scrapbook paper, whatever you have on hand. I made another one. This one turned out pretty good in my opinion. And this was a very lightweight paper. So it's not as strong when it's a lightweight paper. So honestly, whatever you want for your project is just fantastic and will work. So as you can see, it's a square. Hopefully you can tell that. Hopefully I cut it properly so that you guys can tell. So just any size square works. This is an 8 by 8 inch. This one I want to say was a 5 by 5 inch. Maybe it was 6 by 6. But whatever size works for your project is great. And then, like I said, when we're done, we're going to be collaging it and just kind of full sending it there. We don't really know what's going to happen. But I am going to be using the August 2025 kit to embellish it because I want to add a fun envelope into my journal that I've been working on. So I'm going to be using that kit so everything matches and looks really good. Yeah, I think we're good to get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is get your square and grab 2 edges. This is going to be my opening flap, so make sure that you have a good piece for your opening flap, and then you're just going to fold these 2 edges together until they meet. Now it's going to be tricky because you don't want them meeting down here per se. You want to try and make them meet perfectly in the middle. Does not need to actually be perfect, but a good way to kind of gauge if it's looking alright is to just try and make sure that this little edge here is across from this little edge here, and make sure that they're even with each other. It can be a little hard to tell sometimes, but that is just fine. Then you're just going to fold those sides down. Use this to really get my creases because the paper I am using is a tiny bit thicker. It's thicker than what I normally work with. And here's the fun part. This is where we're going to incorporate some math, you guys. Just kidding, it's not really math, but it does make our envelope proportions really nice. So you're going to line up a ruler or just something straight across the top there so that you can fold it up and just hit the top there. And that just is going to give it like the best proportions and make it really nice. So there's that. Then what we're going to do is you're just going to fold this down. Also trying to keep it straight. And I'm trying to, let me show you a better way to do that. You're going to get another ruler or something straight and like line it up with the other cross section. Mine isn't perfect, they're a little bit off. So just try and make sure it's straight. And you're going to fold it down. And then we're just going to end up either cutting this piece off, you can glue it down this way, or you can tear it. I'm going to tear it just because that really fits in with the style of my envelope. Wow, but I'm not doing a great job. It works, it fits in with the style, the vintage style. And then finally, we're just going to fold our top piece down like that. And there we have a pretty envelope, but there's more to do. So what we're going to do is ink our edges, optional step, and then we're going to glue it down so that we can collage. And then one more fun thing I want to do is just add a rounded corner. That always looks pretty good on envelopes in my opinion. And then because we did all that math, or angle work, I guess, then it's actually super simple to glue this down. All you have to do is this side and this side. Thin line is fine. Oh, look at that. Ludwig van Beethoven. That's what we just did. Super fun. And then we just have this basic envelope ready to be embellished and collaged. So I'm going to get started on that. See what we can do. I think this envelope is going to be a butterfly envelope of some sort. So let's see what we got. That's really pretty too. I have a lot of really fun fussy cuts left. This is a pretty one. You know, I think we'll do all of those and we'll incorporate that into a collage somehow. I have this little scrapped piece of paper that would be cute collaged somewhere in there. Some other scraps I might want to be using. Just going to collect them all, get them ready to go. The best stamps. They're not real stamps, I guess, they're just paper stamps. That would be so cute to use. These are just really great for collaging. They're just kind of these like frame looking pieces. They're great. I'm so excited to find a way to use those. And then I guess what we're going to do is just, hello camera. What we're going to do is just we're going to start inking, gluing, and collaging. So I'm not going to think too hard about it. I think I'm just going to really just start and just see what happens. Let's get this out of the way for in a minute. I can do a lot of tearing too because I think I just want to try that. Just give it that really rustic look. You can kind of just personalize this and make it however you like. Just go with what feels right. Put things where you think look good. Don't think about it too much. Just kind of see what you can create. Don't have to ink everything either. Some items I might ink and some I might not. I will say if you don't ink, it does give it like a smoother collage effect, like more cohesive, whereas if you ink, it separates the elements a bit more. So I guess whatever look you're going for. Okay, so here's kind of what we have so far. I think it's coming along really cute. I love the butterfly thing that I'm kind of sticking with. Kind of fun. To make sure I do this, I'm going to actually like hide this part and just work on this flap. I think that'll help me be able to kind of separate, I don't know, kind of make it more random of a collage so I can't see the other pieces. We're just going to keep going. Just keep having fun with it. let's cut our extra pieces here. Oh, and these pieces. Turning out fun. Okay, I know. I don't know. I don't know anything. I just want to do a big butterfly there, but I'm hoping it doesn't look too planned because everything else is very random. So I'm not really sure, but I kind of want to have something behind it, layering, kind of buffering the space. But I'm not sure what, so I'm just looking at my supplies over here. We could do a tag. No, that's weird. Is it weird? What if we did that? And like that. Oh, it's probably not big enough. Honestly, the butterfly's so big that it might just have to work like that. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens. If I had my stamps, I would be stamping this up. But I don't have my stamps. Me and my mom shared a set, and then when I moved into my new house, I didn't get to bring it with me, even though, well, because it was hers, so it's fair. But I did order some different ones than what she has just on Amazon the other day, and those will be coming soon. But imagine like a stamp on this little label here, this label, some random stamping would be super cute. It'd really finish the look. I don't know, guys, collaging is a lot of fun. There's so much more I could add. I'm still actually, I don't know if I'm done. You know how it goes. You kind of just don't stop. You just keep going. But I probably should be done. No. Well, there's one more thing I think would be super fun to add, and that is a little charm, or another great method to keep your envelopes closed is, dun 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 dun, let me get my stuff, like an eyelet with some string on it. So that's what we're gonna do, because it'll be really cute. Especially with this collaged style, I think it would be super, super cute. Whoa. This is a way that uses a lot of string, I will say that much. Look, I'm almost done with this little batch of baker's twine. And because I don't want to double it up, we're just gonna, oh dear. Oh no. Let's try this again. Maybe I need to just give it a fresh snip. And we're just gonna make a little knot, tie a little knot. We can trim that up, and then you just wrap it around a few times, and that's a great way to keep an envelope closed. Also, if you were gifting this to someone, it's very, like, I think it just looks nice. There it is, super cute. Let's move everything to the side and open our envelope. And there you have it, our crazy collaged envelope. There's a lot going on, but it is so much fun, and I had a lot of fun creating it. Now, let's see what it looks like in my journal. Move everything to the side here. Some fun pages we could add it to. Oh, this one's blank still. Maybe we do that. Let's do something like that. Now, I don't really want to glue it down because I want to be able to pull this envelope out. So, what if we just made a little pocket using one of our scrap pieces of papers here? Let's just mark our edges. Something like that. I'm just gonna freehand it with my, or eyeball it, I guess. Just gonna cut on the spots I marked. Guess we don't want the pocket to be upside down, do we? That looks good. Very simple pocket, not much to it. That should fit everything. Definitely could add more, but for now we'll just leave it blank. Sometimes simple is better. And of course we'll want to let that dry before we add in the envelope. It's gonna go about right there. It's gonna be so cute. So one last look. Put some fun things inside. How cute, how fun. Lots of kind of just random funness on there, huh? Alright, well, if you guys want the kit I use, I'll make sure to link it in the description. I hope you guys got some inspiration from this video and that you have a fun chance to make some envelopes. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you in our next video. That's not dry yet. We'll let that dry before I put it in, but we'll see you later. Goodbye.